Blessings and greetings to all my listeners and viewers out there on Fit FM 96.7, Primal 4K app, Facebook, YouTube, the World Wide Web. I want to welcome you all to another episode of Primal Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kane the Shrub Watson, and we have another exciting show lined up for you. Tipping off from last week where we had two guests. You can always rewatch last week's show on YouTube. And we talked a lot of basketball last week from a Jamaican standpoint and even touch a bit on the NBA. Fast forward now to this week, we look more into some track and field, as last week we had the staging of the national championships, which concluded last week Sunday, and we have our national winners and people who made the team and booked their flight to Tokyo. Some still pending, some still trying to qualify and make the world qualifying mark, because it's not only down to winners, you have to make the mark. We are keen on the sprints, but we also look forward to the field events, although we're a bit short in that area given that some of our stalwarts are switching a lead, so to say. And we have some table tennis to talk about, cricket, lawn tennis. When I know Peter has his MMA sports to talk about, these predictions from last week. At the midway point we have our...
I wonder if him get them right last week. Him get them right?
We leave that for him, I don't want to steal his thunder, according to him, because he has alarming win rate. So later on in the show, at the midway point, we'll have the controversy boss. So look forward for that. And I know people always listen to hear what him going to come with. Now we here in the studio, we don't even know what him going to come with. You hear the printer in the background just shooting out whatever him going to come with. So we look forward to that. And do remember, the phone lines will be open later on in the show. And feel free to call anytime. I want your feedback on whatever sporting news you have to bring to us, or even something that we said. And the number is 615-433-5674. Feel free to call in at any point in time during the show. We'll be glad to hear from you. So, all right, Dale, where are we going to kick things off?
Start off with track and field.
Track and field.
Local track and field firstly.
Yeah, and even so, there's a big Diamond League meet going on now in Oregon. I know Oregon is known for fast times, and we have a lot of Jamaicans out there that will hope to win some races. The big names, Kishane Thompson, Tina Clayton is there. Everybody's looking forward to that 100-meter male race to see if Kishane Thompson can better his time of 9.75 run at last week's national trials. And that made him the 6th fastest man alive. And if he goes better, that will be 5th, 4th, and down the pecking order. And we also think he can go faster, given a legal wind speed, a fast track, a one-half race. I'm thinking maybe he can go 9.6.
Today?
Maybe, yeah. You think more save it later in the season? I just want to go later in the season. You could run 10.2.
Yeah, I say Oregon have the hurricane and blow them down the track. So
and the meet is kicking off now. You can watch it on Flow Sports. And I don't want you to be caught up between Flow Sports and Primal. Because Primal Sports will bring it live to you right here. And you're looking forward to that. But going back from last week, Dale, give me some of your highlights from the national championships.
Obviously, it have to be Tina with a comeback, making a comeback from being down for the past 2-3 seasons.
Transitioning from junior to senior. So people take it like that. You're a world-class junior athlete. Running big people time. Come to the seniors, I expect transition to be smooth.
No, I think it's a lot based on our sister performances. That our sister was always in the background from champs days, and our sister come out and perform much better than her. So everybody was kind of say, boy, Tina. So it was good to see that she's, I wouldn't say she's back, but she is fulfilling the promise that she was showing from champs days.
10.81.
Exactly.
Now a top 10 Jamaican female athlete of all time.
Yeah, man, easily.
It's the 8th fastest time by a female, and 10.81. That's better than the likes of Julia Cuthbert and Sharon Simpson.
I don't think you should look at it that way though, because I don't think this girl is in the class of Juliet Cuthbert.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, not yet.
No, but I'm saying, given the time that she's
I don't watch times, because as I say that, I think that Jesse Owens is faster than Bolt. I don't watch times and so forth. I watch. There's different things that I look at, but I think that Juliet Cuthbert, for me, I thought that she's maybe you can compare her to Elaine Thompson in terms of
People hear my silence. I was still stuck on what he said a while
in
ago.
terms of
Jesse
no
Wentz
no
is
no
faster
no when
than
you
Usain Bolt. I'm in shock.
no
But go ahead.
don't watch the time that Cuthbert ran in 1992.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Cuthbert
different technology, different mechanics.
yeah,
spikes,
well,
tracks.
definitely she was
Yeah.
she remind me
Man,
a lot
elite
more
athlete.
like Elaine. I thought that Gillette was well based on the hamstring injury that she got on the relay leg. I think that Cuthbert was maybe one of our fastest of all time.
Yeah, with Merlin.
Not with Merlin. I put her right up there with Elaine Thompson. You know.
Merlin is not one of the fastest. Though. Merlin used to beat Gillette, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I think Gillette is more explosive. I think Gillette is a faster runner than Merlin. And, you know.
People wonder if we script this show, because
No.
this cannot be scripted. You know. What you coming with
Yeah,
right now?
so I'm just saying. That she's not in that. Uh, I don't watch times, but I know she's up and coming.
To prove true elite sprinters,
Yeah.
you have to do the double. I like the persons who do
But
the double.
Gillette,
Like alien.
yeah, yes, that's what I'm saying. But
Like above Merlin,
no,
the queen.
I'm sure if I had the science, I would break it down.
Yeah. I know we don't really break down.
Yeah, man.
I'm wondering if he slept with last night. He slept at all.
It's going to be a close race
I don't
between
think
Jesse.
Peter can beat nothing what he said today. The controversy was you have to come good to beat what
Yeah, man.
Jesse said.
Jesse's a great athlete, man.
He is a
yeah,
great
yeah, man. Jesse and Bolt. You know, you can't go
Bolt
wrong.
is
Either
an
one, you
anomaly.
can't really go wrong with whichever one you pick.
Oh, okay.
You know, as
you're
to be
saying
the
it's neck and
greatest.
neck?
Yeah, I think it's neck and neck. I think it's neck and neck.
Just
So
different years, different
I
time.
said that to say this, you know, I just don't watch times, you know.
You don't watch
I watch
Dominance.
dominance.
Yeah.
Dominance is the number one thing, and also, you know the eye test. When you watch an athlete and how they move, you know, it's the eye test, you know. You can't just watch the times, you know, because you know we had Chevron, you had dirt back then. You know, technology is different. You know,
Spikes.
yeah, man, everything evolved. You know, so
Physiotherapy,
Yes,
going chambers
yes.
and ice baths. There's a
yes,
whole
yes.
different mechanism to
Yeah, man.
recovery and build for speed. No, and I mean, it
But
keep on improving.
listen, man, when you watch Cuthbert running a virgin,
No, man, she did quick, so.
I mean, quick, explosive, and quick.
Yeah, explosive. Yeah. like Alien Thompson ever.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I compare more to Elaine.
When
that
Elaine
foot
hit
speed,
that-
the foot speed.
With Shelly at the start.
Yeah.
But when Alien hit top gear
Yes,
and
man.
move in the middle
It's a
of the
different
race,
thing.
it's poetry in motion.
Yeah,
it's like
man.
she's
Different
flying.
thing, different
that
thing.
Bolt as well.
Yeah.
When Bolt hit that gear,
But was smooth. Yeah.
Bolt,
Yeah.
Bolt
Yeah.
is a different beast.
I agree. I agree.
Just
All right.
much a discipline. And,
We're straight off topic.
yeah,
well, let's
yeah,
get
yeah.
back to the
I mean,
trials.
you some
So
Bolt
I
things
think
are-
Tina was I was happy to see that, you know, she's back because a lot of champ stars, you know, you
So you're
don't
saying
hear
that-
from
that
them after champs.
10.81 performance was
Yeah.
the best performance for you at the trials.
Yes, I think so.
I give it to Kishin. World leading time, 6 fastest time, 9.75. I mean,
Huh? No, I'm not watching the world lead. Kishian, we know that Kishian can do that already, you know?
the meet record.
Yeah.
I mean, his PB.
Yeah.
I mean, world leading, as I said, and 9.75 is ratified here. It's a different stratosphere now when you
Yeah.
start got 9.77 below 9.75. And I said later on, I guess in a few minutes we'll see if he can even go faster than that. But for me, that was the performance of the championships. Yeah. Also, Megan Tapper 12.34 winning, I think, her fourth national title was also a beautiful performance, edging out Akira Nugent, who was the favorite based on her performances from last year, leading to the Grand Slam shot. I mean, overall, I would say it was a good championships. I mean, we saw a lot of youngsters stepping up to the fray and a lot of old heads still in the block. One keynote, Rasheen McDonald. I mean,
Boy.
easing up to the tape, big
Boy.
boy running 45.89.
Boy, that man.
Kind of chop in between it being a big performance and it still being a somewhat of a letdown because he didn't meet the qualifying standard.
Yeah.
And we saw where he was cruising to the finish line and ran 44.89. And the qualifying standard is 44.85. And I mean, I would just say just run, get the qualifying time and get that out of the way and know that, hey. But he will, or he should.
He will be there.
Don't take nothing for granted.
Yeah,
he should, based on his
and also,
level
you can look
where
at
he's
world rank. We can probably have to check him world rank. Yeah,
but I mean, get it out of the way, get the qualifying time, and look for. But he's saying that he wanted to silence
the critics.
doubters.
Boy, I tell you one thing though, he always show up for the trials, but we want to see him show up at the championships now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think that the doubters that he thinks he have is when I look at it, I wouldn't say yes, you're going to have your doubters, but the reason why people doubt you because we know what you can produce.
Yeah.
You're a national record holder. You're one of our best 400-meter runners now, and we've seen where you have kind of waned off. So yes, there's doubt in our mind, but
very inconsistent.
And we
very
know that you have the talent.
Yeah.
So these doubters, I think, want him to do good and don't mean him any ill harm. And want it. I mean, you go out there representing the country, have a flag on, and yes, you won't have doubt because sometimes big boy just.
And it's very puzzling.
Him
run a 43 and then the next run him run 46.
About 47.
Yeah, 47.
High school time.
Very inconsistent. So it's
but
warranted.
We want him to be consistent. And
of course.
We know him of the time. We know him of the perseverance. And we know him running with heart. We know him as a proud Jamaican. And yeah, we just want. I like big boy race, but that easing up. Get the qualifying time.
What you notice our 400 is also on the decline. Well, been on the decline for some
200
time.
and 400 meters.
Yeah, 2 and 4.
Male and female.
Male
More
and
so on the male side.
The male side, yeah.
mean, where we have to struggle to even meet qualifying times 4x4, and I mean we look forward to relays. That's the next topic we're going to discuss. Whereby we're not in the relays and looking to qualify and not sending the best team, but yet still it's the availability of athletes, and these athletes have to go on the circuit and make them money and run. But yet still we want these teams to be present and ready for the World Championship.
Yeah, it's definitely for the viewers. You know, the relays is a big thing. It's the most.
The viewers, you don't think you want look one boat get triple gold?
Yeah.
These at least want gold, double gold, triple gold.
Yeah, but they want it, but they don't want to go and qualify for the relays.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
C teams and all that to go. Qualify,
yeah, so they want the individual glory. I know the relays for me is one of the most exciting event in track and field.
Yeah,
very exciting.
4x4,
4x4, 4x1. You know, and if Jamaica don't qualify for this time around, it's going to be
being a track and field fan. You must watch boys and girls champs. And
of course,
4x4 is one of our.
Yeah.
I mean, that race to close the championships is just
a big race.
Big race. The atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, from the medley, the 4x1s, but hey. I enjoy seeing the 4x4 close the show. Especially when you close the show, I know your school win. Yeah. You see win our colors, so you don't have to guess which school that is.
And a couple of times it came down to the 4x4s.
So, with two teams in a race, and you have to just position, finishing the top 5 versus win and all of that. And we see teams even got to penalties and beat top schools in the US.
Yep.
You know our tradition with
but
our track and field. But back to what you said, the decline in the 200 and the 400. Everybody wants 100. Yeah, I mean the men's 100 meters is coming up shortly, where Kishan Thompson will battle the likes of Trayvon, Bramwell, Christian Cole.
What want to know, Elias? What want to know?
There's an injury and
still out.
Setback, but it's all the way in September. I think. Yeah, a lot of talking though on podcasts and shows.
Yeah.
But
track and field. I hope him can will be back in time. Of course, track and field need now.
Yeah, man. Of course.
And Shakari not in any form. No, none at all. Yeah.
Shakari is supposed to run today as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need them. Track and field need them overall,
the
you know.
personalities like the Maurice Greens and
Yeah,
Frankie Fredericks and Otto
and the
Bowles.
prize money will go up with them in the lineup. You know, everything go
And
up.
rivalry
You know.
is good. We don't just want. We want to build this rivalry where it's Kishin versus Noah. I understand. I mean, whosoever comes up will add to the pot. But you know,
So you think? So you think that Kishin, if Noah don't run, is a sure goal for Kishin?
whether Noah run or not.
Sure,
Coming up,
sure
Charlie,
goal.
give us a time for this 100 meter race coming up. I predict 9.77.
I predict 9.81.
9.8.
And I have the computer.
That's slow.
Yes, it's going to be slow.
I'm going for a bull time 9.72,
9.72.
like in Brooklyn.
Amazing.
Remember that race in that race in New York?
9.7 seconds. I said 9.77. And you know, Kishin is
972, 972, 972, 972, 972, 972.
985.
Oh wow!
I predicted
Wow! Wow!
I mean, but
985, 985, unofficially 985.
You said
I think he was right, I said.
I'm tying up at the end though.
Yeah, but I told Peter earlier that.
He was reaching for the line from about 5 meters out.
Yeah,
but still
tie
a
up
win.
at the end.
I mean, 9.85, the win region was 0.4, so
Yeah.
that's legal. And
Plus-
9.85 beating a quality field.
Look at 80 meters, you see.
Yeah.
Leaning,
Yeah.
start tying up. Oh no, 4 meters.
Yeah.
That's good. That's acceptable.
And I mean, him separate himself from the field in the middle of the park.
Second?
Zarnel.
Daniel, yeah, you
Look
coming.
like him come around fourth. We're going to see the lineup for the finishes coming
Yeah.
up. But
Yeah, man.
Kishin Thompson did get the win
985.
in a quality field, and I think he will have a dominating season.
Did I see him reaching for his time?
9.91 for Zarnel, who's second. I mean, 10.03 for Akeem Blake, Jamaican, in fifth place. Zarnel Hughes, Bramwell, Hicklin, fourth. Coleman, way down the line in a season best 10.06. So,
Yeah,
I mean, 9.85, still ahead of the pack. Zarnel Hughes finishing second, season best.
So basically, is what Fred Curley is still in trouble, right?
I think that.
I don't know if it's affecting his track career at all.
Kung Fu Kenny was supposed to come out, but he had some niggles yesterday.
But Peter, I'm going to let him out to run the race and then lock him back.
I don't think he's not detained.
He's not detained yet.
He's not detained. Well,
Yeah, but yes,
What do you
it
think
looked like
about
a good
the
season. It's good. I
The thing is,
wanted to see him.
always want fast times and expect
Yeah.
records or go close to records. Every time you expect like, all right, a season best or a world
Yeah.
or a PB.
Yes.
No, but I said 977. No, I mean, we're all guilty of it. But I
Yeah.
said 977.
Yeah.
That wouldn't eclipse the 975 that he ran last week. But 985 is still a quality time. And
Yeah.
if you look, him dominate the field. Pull it
Yeah,
from middle part.
yeah. Him look kind of reaching to me at the end there. You know that's still a little. Yeah. We take the win still. We take the win. You know, kind of reaching for the line, but I say, I guess he'll get better as the season go on. You know, so Noah will be out. Fred more than likely will be out. Kung Fu Kenny, who's the man in form now, right?
Simbini and Kenny. Simbini.
Oh, come on.
Simbini is
Yeah. Yes, Peter. Kung Fu Ken is the man. Both him and Kishin. I think we can look out for those two come September.
Early in the meet, there was also the discuss where Roger Stone came fourth, and a Jamaican by Ralford Mullins came second.
Okay.
I mean, Roger Stone is still a Jamaican. That's a Jamaican.
Yeah.
You know, winner was Alekna from Lithuania with a throw of 70.97, and second Ralford Mullins 68.98. Swedish Daniel Stahl 68.59, and fourth Roger Stone at 65.62. So I mean, we have elite throwers.
Yeah, we still have them there.
Outside of
Yeah.
what people may think that we're losing our best or some of our best throwers, we still have competent throwers, competent jumpers, long jump, triple jump. You see Jordan Scott stepping up in the triple jump, although it's stated that Hibbert might be switching as well. Wayne Pinnock's stated as he might be switching as well, but we have Kerry McLeod, still have Tajay Gibb. So we still have competent throwers and jumpers out there and flying the flag high.
Yeah.
No matter what. I mean, you can't stop the green black and gold.
Yeah.
So, and I said there are other Jamaicans slated coming up in the mid. But back to the national charts, yeah, we stated another mishap. Well, the one we said was Tia, another one was Rashid Broadbell,
Yes.
where he injured himself right before the race and didn't get to compete. The race was won by Orlando Bennett. I mean, a good race, 13.10, quality time, and improving. But I said that to say, I think on both male and female side, we have elite sprint hurdlers.
Yeah.
100.
For
So
quite-
where we see a decline in the 200 and the 400, I say an increase in the sprint hurdles.
In the hurdles.
So that is one to make note of, even though we say, all right, we have the decline in the 200 and 400, but we see an incline in the sprint hurdlers. So the likes of Broadbell and Orlando Bennett. Before it was Parchment winning the Olympics. He had a bad race. I mean, slow start to the season. Looks a bit heavier.
Yeah.
Probably carrying a niggle. Didn't make the team. But you know, Hansi Parchment is a world-class hurdler. One of our best hurdlers all the time.
Big time race.
Yeah,
Big time race.
race. I would give him the best hurdler of all time.
As a Jamaican.
Yeah, winning Olympic gold and having medals in Worlds, Commonwealth Games.
Whoa.
Jamaican hurdler.
Yeah. Obviously the best Jamaican hurdler.
Yeah. Broadbell has something to say about that coming up. He's our generation now top hurdler and also a big race runner.
Yeah, I think Broadbell will definitely challenge that tag right there.
I mean, coming from the likes.
Head of Omar.
Omar has some psychological issues going on. I just don't think Omar will ever recover. Yeah, I think he's a
carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders.
Yeah, you know,
outside the track, and I think it's affecting his performance.
Similar to what Asaf has been behaving, him come out and him having issues with Jamaica and Ray and the whole works.
Yeah.
So once you go down that line, you know that you're gonna.
Something wrong upstairs.
Yeah. So
he definitely showing a track because
and
one time Omar Cloud was
potentially Omar could have been our best because of the fact that him have a good flat speed. He's like a 10 flat man, almost a sub 10 runner, and the flat 100.
I think he got sub 10.
Of course, I think so. 99 something like that, but. Him have the raw speed and then him have the technique as well. So Omar could have been.
Can you see the 4 hurdles as well in high school?
Big time runner over the 4 hurdles.
4 hurdles, yeah. And choose the flat and then
I think he had a champs record, you know. Yeah, for 4 hurdles. So it's not just he extremely talented, but as you said.
And him the kind of jumpstart things winning Olympics. Was the
first occasion. And that's to show you the mental strength to do that on your first time out. It's not an easy thing.
But carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders and never seem to
I think he got distracted. There's just too
coaches and camps and a lot going on in
What do you think about that? You notice everybody was switch coach and all of them just end up.
Most of them.
I would say 90%. We would look from Emma to Elaine.
Emma the corner.
Of course, we can't leave her out.
We
can't leave out Emma. You know, Emma, Elaine, you know, even our 4 hurdles girl, Melaine Walker, all of them. Brianna. You know, this switching of coach now, McLeod, him just can't recover. Can't recover.
Switching of the coach is the problem.
I think with Emma, it is karma. And a little of Elaine too, you know. Just the way they departed from the coach that gave them success.
But Peter, you don't pick up that he's a coach. So I'm talking from a coach. So he's throwing words at his students. And if they ever switch, it won't be a good thing. Stick with the coach. Yes.
Yes, it's true. That's true. Of course, you know. So I think it affects a lot of them, you know, especially with Elaine, with Stephen Francis. Stephen Francis know what him doing, you know, management of injury and
33 last week.
Yes.
I mean, in the twilight of our career.
Fraggy have hope for us still, but I don't see any light. And it's as you said, we go back to McLeod. It's a shame because McLeod could have been the one in terms of 100
world record.
Yes, man.
I saw him with the possibility of just going as far as possible, winning titles and back to back. And he's a big runner. You see it from high school come up and it's Olympics. But
first time out, first occasion.
Going sub 13, I mean, and with him McLeod, Levy, now with the likes of Broadbell. I mean, I remember back in the days, it was just Maurice Wignon.
Yeah.
Maurice was running 13-5.
I was finishing fourth.
Yeah.
I was finishing fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth or fifth, you know, always, right?
Lone flag bearer. Now we
Yeah.
have 3-4 persons that can make the final.
Yeah.
I think just make the final win.
So you think that Broadbell should be a part of this World Championship team
Yeah.
for September?
Yeah.
Okay.
Given the quality he has and given the quality of the other elites. I mean, if it was a case where you had
So what time Tyler Mason? The
13-22. 13-22.
Still a good time doing it.
No, that's not going to cut it. 13-22.
Well,
But
no.
he has time, and if he improves and say he goes 13 low, then you can say, hey, I made a team, I did what I had to do, and I'm improving as the season goes on. Then now JTA might have a pick to be like, who will pick who will send, but
Our Broadbell let's go and compete and get the spot at the NACA Championships.
yeah.
And go get the wild card. Yeah, because
So-
that's what we were talking about
And,
before
and
that.
if Broadbell can run on the circuit and produce fast times, then and be top 3, top 2 in the world, then it's a no-brainer. Send him. But if
Yeah.
you're not producing, but given the talent that Broadwell has, I mean, Broadwell have levels, you know. It's not like you're gonna put in a man where you'll be like, all right, favoritism.
All right, so
And mishaps happened. He got himself injured just before the race. I heard he got a big cut on his foot, couldn't compete, and yeah.
Whoa, got the cut from what? Hurdling at
Hurdling,
in the warm up. In the warm up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But the hurdle is a dangerous thing still, you know.
especially at height.
Yeah, man.
So.
What's the echo over there? Yeah, so Tia, so Tia still have a chance
Yes,
to get a
Tia's-
wild card spot. Maybe she don't. I don't think she have a chance in terms of making the actual team
They
itself.
will definitely not host
Shelley and Fraser
No
Price.
way, no.
So her only chance is to compete at that knock and try to win it. And I'm hope for a wild card as well as if she's actually fit enough. If it wasn't a season-ending injury, which we haven't gotten any reports about that anyway. So yeah,
But it will be good to see her in the race.
it would be good to even if she's fit. I don't
Once she's
even on the relay leg.
Yeah.
Even on the relay leg, I'd love to
Because if
see.
she can produce those times again running 10-8, we'd have 4 female runners running 10-8.
Yep.
With the likes, even though with the likes of Jodie Williams and who else finished? What's her name? Johnny Smith.
Yeah.
So they can run the heats. When it comes to big race, we put the best runners out there and go for the world record. I want to see those 4, Sharika, the twins, and Shelley. And see now Shelley in fine style.
Yeah, with a gold medal.
That'd be great.
Yeah. So
Maybe
this is
Shelley and the anchor.
Anchor leg.
obviously Shelley have to run the anchor.
Yeah.
Anchor leg, yeah.
Yeah, let you finish in style.
Sharika on the back stretch.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Sharika on the curve.
And the two twins them can take any leg. They're
Any leg,
young buck, you know, young buck. Throw them on any
Any
leg.
leg. But Shelley have a carry mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah, move like a freight train.
so both of them have the straight away.
Yeah.
The
That's
two
what-
veterans.
That's a big race we're looking forward to in Tokyo because, I mean, to send out Shelley in style winning that 4x1 would be epic
In record time.
in record time. Shelley anchoring it.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
that-
record
yeah,
time.
that-
Because I
that
think
would be
if the
beautiful.
two twins are if the twins are fit, if they're fit enough, and Sharika come back, well, I know Sharika gonna be in form.
Yeah,
And Sharika come back to form,
Yeah.
I think that record can go.
that record can go.
That record can go.
Yeah, because that
can-
would be. I mean,
And-
as I said,
and-
four at least running 10-8, maybe 10
And I wanna-
7.
and
I
the-
know Shelley going to improve
Yeah.
getting closer to the championships.
And look at the dynamics of it now. It's different now. Everybody like each other on this team. No, that's what was the problem with I suppose because they were fussing over which leg they want to run and
They're
all of it.
professionals. They know they are
You
right.
know this? You know this?
Oh come on,
Public knowledge.
it's public knowledge, Peter.
knowledge.
So now the sisters are together,
Yeah.
and Shelley and
And they're in the same camp.
Exactly.
It's basically MVP. Hello, Shelley. I mean, you know. But
Shelley and
original
Sharika
MVP.
good friends.
Same way.
So the whole
And the twins
synergy,
look up to them, so, I mean,
everybody will be happy. They will run much
I
faster.
think they run fast.
Of course, world record.
No grievance in the camp.
No, yeah, nobody now go cuss. The young buck them run any leg them get.
I'm like how everybody look natural.
Yeah.
At the national trials. I don't think Tokyo go see some flashy here.
Wow.
I don't like the flashy.
Peter said something
good
about
point.
this a couple of years ago. You
Yeah.
know, I wonder if it's holding them back, you know, with all
It's
that
like a
hair.
streamer. I think it's like a streamer.
hair.
The longer, yes.
The ladies
But
would
man
probably
said
tell
it
you
must
not
hold
to
your
hold them
back.
back.
It must hold your back.
Ladies
Must
probably
hold
tell
your
you
back.
don't hold
If
your
even just to hold your head straight,
Bridging,
it
even
must affect your form.
air resistance. You know,
The
And
point
if the
is,
hair come in your
if
face,
you're
it will
running,
affect-
if you're
affect
running
you.
with a heavy thing on your head, your neck must naturally accommodate for that.
That's a
It
stop
might
moving
affect your
thing.
form. It might affect your
They
form.
think them should trim?
All right.
They think them should cut them
Dale,
hair
Dale,
a low cut?
What would happen if Kane had to play with two handbands?
It's the same
It
thing.
would affect your feeling.
Of course.
Affect your feeling. I
Yes.
think it
I
might
can't
happen.
play anything on my right.
So-
hand.
That's
Say-
my point.
I don't know how
say
you play
the-
the watch.
say
You play
the-
the watch.
I need to know what time it is.
The team can run better if everybody get a low cut and a female, the 4x1.
I think so.
A low cut.
think so.
Yes,
Nobody
everybody-
the extravagant
yeah,
and the whole
everybody
heap
say
of
it
hair.
I
And,
think the
That
hair,
world record, the hair holding back the
Yeah.
world record.
that time gone. The time for that is gone.
you know what else I wonder about? I see Shakar with the nails. You know, I wonder if it affect how you
Starting,
the starting. Because she's a slow starter, and I don't know if the
It is true. It can affect the biomechanics of the performance.
People, reach midway point. It's time for sports commentary.
You get me started already.
Yes.
33,000 people online. We would love for a few of you to call in 615-433-5674. Even if I'm giving the commentary, you're allowed to interrupt. Actually, except for when I'm giving the commentary. Jamaica Squash. You guys saw the new uniforms? Congratulations to the Jamaica Squash Association. They have rebranded Jamaica Squash. It's now Squash Jamaica or Squash Federation or something. But if you look at the new uniforms, everybody's playing around with the colors of the Jamaica uniform. I like the creativity. I don't know if it changed or anything in terms of how the squash is played, but it's a good look. I think that perhaps some sports, like table tennis, might want to think about a uniform for the Jamaica table tennis team, rather than just what they do now, which is to use the hand-me-downs from other sports. Have you noticed it? A lot of the table tennis players, I see. One time I went to Commonwealth Games and got netball gears to wear. You know that? I got netball, it's like a blouse. You remember that thing we used to get, man? And a lot of times we get gears marked Jamaica track on the gear. You don't have any of those?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I have a couple. You guys notice the amount of upsets at Wimbledon? It's an amazing amount of upsets. In the women's section, the most notorious one is Coco Gauff. But she lost first round, coming from the French. And a lot of people don't understand that when you're coming from the French Open, you're playing on clay, very slow, lots of time to play a stroke. Then you go to Wimbledon 3 weeks later, and you've got to adjust to it. And only the best players have been able to do it. Some players win the French, and come back and win at Wimbledon. Bjorn Borg in particular, I'm trying to think who else, probably Rafa, are able to make the transition.
Peter, how can you leave out?
Oh, and the greatest player of all time,
Federer.
of course. No, but the point I'm making, it's not an easy transition.
Yeah, that's
Many people have won at France and lost at thing there. And a lot of players have a problem accommodating to the difference in bounce. But one of the things I want to point out, I saw Emma Raducanu play a match against Irina Sabalenka. And what a great match it was. I don't know if you saw it. But what made me like Raducanu in the first place was she takes the ball very early. I pointed it out to you, almost table tennis-like. And Raducanu was hitting shots against Sabalenka that showed touches of class. She lost ultimately because she's physically not as strong as these girls are. She's just not physically as strong. And that might have made the difference in the closing part of the game. But congratulations, Emma Raducanu. I hope you're going to become a serious tennis player. She's certainly the endorsement machine. She's probably the highest earning tennis player right now, based on the amount she has Porsche, she has a lot of brands behind her. I can't even remember all of them. No, I hear the coach McLaren say that when he lost to Panama, the coach came up to him and said, "You have better players than me, but we have the better team." And obviously this was said in Spanish and so on. Did you hear that statement?
No.
Yeah, McLaren came up and said that they said, he has the better players. But thing there. So I had somebody review the video, a lip reader, and we were lip reading in Spanish and in thing there. And he never said that. The guy said in Spanish that 4-1 on their skin, coach. Wop, wop, wop. But he said it in Spanish. So, but I just wanted to make sure, just to think. I doubt the coach actually said that to McLaren.
Yeah.
That we have. I don't think so. I think he's just saying it first thing. But then England played the Reggae Girls last week, and we got 7 love under our skin. It's a good thing the English girls made some changes, or it would have easily been 12 or 13. And I wonder why Jamaica paid for this trip. We had a record 19% possession, which is the lowest possession since possession stats were kept in women's football. 19% possession. And most of the time in possession of the ball was picking it out at the back of the net. Disgraceful. Why did we send a team? Why send a team going to make the man and beat you up like that?
The woman.
Yeah, the woman then beat you up like that. So the coach, whose name is Coach Busby, was they asked him what he think of the game, and he said he was taking back some positives from the match. I don't know what positive you can take from a 7-love whopping my youth. Back to the whopping. UFC 317, and I got it wrong. It's an amazing thing that occurred. I had predicted, people who paid attention would have predicted that I did say Topera was going to knock down Oliveira, and Oliveira is going to fight from his back and win the submission, if you remember right. And when I play over the thing, I saw the knockdown. I knew the knockdown was going to occur, but my prediction was that Oliveira would have gotten up from the knockdown and fought his way back. So you will forgive me, because when I matched it out, and it's a computer I'm using, it's a computer, he did get the knockdown twice. And on the second knockdown, he just couldn't get up from it. But I thought that if Charlie had fought through the adversity, he would have won. So that's why I was wrong. I did see the knockdown coming, and I did predict it. But because I know that Tupura hits hard. But Oliveira needs some porridge, man. I thought he was going to get back up. No, those of you who watch table tennis saw something the other day. Wang Yang, who plays for Slovenia, is playing a tournament in the US, the US Smash. Big tournament. And guess what happened? Wang Yang serve a backhand serve. Now, those of you who play table tennis know that backhand serves are very hard to do illegally, right? Wang Yang threw the ball up to his shoulder and serve. And the umpire called a foul serve. Wang Yang got upset and took his racket and smashed it on the table. And then he was kicked out of the tournament as a result. Now, I'm not standing up for the player smashing the table. But if you watch it again, and you can Google it, Wang Yang disqualified, you will see that the ball was clearly more than the requisite 6 inches. The ball threw from the palm to the height of the shoulder. Yes, the hand followed the palm. But a lot of umpires don't understand table tennis. I think umpires should understand table tennis. And it's really a shame when Wang Yang, who is a professional player, Kane Watson, semi-pro, I've never been a pro player, but we are very careful how we serve. And the umpire should at least be semi-pro or professional when you're judging the matches. You can't have a man come off the truck from USA and he just read up the thing on YouTube and call in serves in a big match like that. Because, I mean, the umpire, the officiating should be at least at the level of the competition. That was some amateur umpiring, brethren. And therefore, I don't think Wang Yang should have been thinking, because it's understandable that you'll be upset if you're serving a backhand serve to your opponent. You're a chopper. He's not even an attacking player trying to get an advantage. And you fault the man for that. But one more thing happened at this tournament, which is a sign of problems to come. Hugo Calderano, rated number 3 in the world, was not able to get a visa to play in a world ranking tournament. This is going to affect the world ranking, you know. Make no mistake about it. And remember also, the USA is supposed to host World Cup, World Club Cup, Olympics. And this is a country that is putting their hands on the scale of what the result could be. You can imagine we pick a big team and we send, I don't know, our best players, and the USA said these 3 cannot play when the US is in the competition. Calderano have a chance to become world number 1, and this is going to affect his ranking. So I'm saying that people who are hosting tournaments, ITTF, whoever it is, and other sports, need to talk to the administration of the United States to make sure that the results are not affected by the USA's strong anti-foreigner policy, right? If you're against foreigners, don't host people.
Yeah, just don't host.
Don't host the event. Make other people host the event. We want the events. And congratulations to Thompson Kishane for proving himself a while ago. This race was more than just a race to me, you know. Even though I knew the race, you guys remember we made predictions, and who got the prediction right? It was me. Yeah, it was me. But the point I'm making is that Kishian. My question was: will Kishian become another Usain Bolt or another Asafa Powell? Is a choice. Do we have fast times, but we can't do it under pressure? And I think Kishian just put something in the Bolt slot, because you went there and took on the men, and then you ran under pressure. He still didn't run as good as I'd like, but the fact is, he's now more looking Bolt-like than Powell-like. Yeah. I coined a term last week, Asafa Powellitis, which is fear of performance in the face of the enemy. It's cowardice in the face of the enemy. And Kishian actually step up as a big man now. Asafa Powellitis.
Asafa Powellitis.
Yes, it is cowering in the face of strong competition and not performing at your best.
We should have that in the dictionary soon, right?
It will soon become a word.
Asafa Powellitis.
Yes. No,
Webster's dictionary.
no, gentlemen, I am driving. Oh, I want to say something about Jesse Owens. Mr. Dale Parham just said Jesse Owens is on the level of Bolt with his 10.3 seconds in the 100 meter and 20.7 meters in the 200 meter. Jesse Owens wouldn't even have qualified in the women's time. He probably would have done it in the women's time. But no comparison, gentlemen, no comparison. And the last thing, let me ask you something. I driving around Trafalgar Road and take the left turn in the night, and a policeman jump out on me with a flashlight and shining the beam and running towards the car like I must stop. And I'm asking, are the police allowed to shine a high intensity discharge light in your eyes while driving? Isn't it dangerous? If you want me to stop, have a flashlight or a siren or a cube with blue and red or something to stop me, man. You can't stop me by jumping in the road with a flashlight. I thought it was like the sight of a pistol or something, the man said, so I kept driving. So if you're looking for who it was, it's me, police. That's not the legitimate way to stop people driving in the road. It's damn out of order. I'm saying it on Primal. You can't shine a flashlight in a man's eye and think it's dangerous. I was temporarily blinded. I had to feel my way up the road. I'm press gas. That's sports commentary. What say you?
Yes.
Close the show.
Yeah, man.
I mean, when the show finishes, probably go downstairs and see a couple of police waiting. Tell you,
But two things I like what Peter mentioned: the USA and the visa issue.
Yes.
I think the current president of the United States is a sports fan.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. I think he's a sports fan. And
He
I
likes
think,
UFC.
Yeah, man. I think they're going to take a strong look at this, because I know many countries and many people have been complaining about it. I think they're going to make some provisions and things eventually.
Yeah.
When the news get to him.
Yeah.
People might
He
not
watches
like him
the
for
news?
certain things, but
He watches the
definitely
news?
a sportsman. Definitely a sport. Not just from president time, from way back in the day. So I think him going to take a look at it. And, the president of FIFA is good friends with him.
Good friends with him.
Yeah, man.
So you're making this promise that Donald Trump will make sports fair again.
Yes. As a sports fan.
But first you have to make it unfair, eh?
Yeah, but it's a strong point you make still, because that really, for Calderon,
It affect the results.
Yeah, I think he had some issues with traveling to somewhere before then ending up, and then he had some ban on certain countries. That
Yeah, but suppose Kishian is unable to go to the Olympic finals.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. It really, it's very sad that Calderon never really. So you say he was how many points away from number one?
He's a firm number 3.
From number
He's
3.
probably 100 points ahead of Liang Jin-kun.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. So let us hope that situation, that they fix that as soon as possible, with so many events being held in the States.
Yeah, and they're having a lot of events.
Of course. And Peter, let me tell you this. I want table tennis to be played in America. Yeah. I want it to be bigger in the West.
This tournament is one of the best highlights of table tennis now. The entire world, top 12 is there,
Yeah.
With the exception of
I
Calderon.
think it's a good thing.
Because of visa issues.
Yeah, we
and then
understand,
there are quite a few Nigerian players who might have a problem getting into the USA.
Yeah. But we definitely want table tennis to explode this side of the world, especially in the States. They
could start by giving visas to all the competitors.
Let us hope that will happen.
Yeah, let us hope.
Yeah. And the next thing, you touch on the Wimbledon, the surface of Wimbledon.
Yes.
You don't think the players are tired?
They did. Most players were asked, and they said that it's a long season, and they are tired. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I think so.
But you have to understand that when you play sports, you have to select your events, you know.
Yeah.
You can't play every event, and some players are playing too many events.
Yeah,
I remember seeing the Nigerian player, what is it, Quadri Aruna, winning a tournament and running to catch a flight to our next tournament. That's not elegant.
To make money and
Yeah,
and there's
and then having to go back to his club in France, and he was complaining.
and also another thing with the Wimbledon surface.
Yes.
It is more like clay now. It is slower. It's not like back in the days with the speed and the skidding of the ball. It's much slower now. It's almost similar to clay. So right now, you know,
I saw
Novak
the
have
ball
no
wasn't
chance.
bouncing high. The ball wasn't bouncing
It's
high.
much slower now.
When
It's much
Raducanu
slower.
was playing, I observed that she was using footwork much more than.
And you know that the rallies are longer as well. Longer rallies. So
different ball as well.
yes, the ball
that is
changed.
different. The ball is less bouncy.
So it's much slower. So you know right now Novak have no chance.
You're saying this now because Novak is still in the draw.
He has no chance, Peter.
Really?
No chance. If playing a
I know
French,
Medvedev have no chance because he's out.
He's out. Playing French Open,
lot of people out.
A lot of people out,
playing
yeah.
French Open. Then couple of weeks after you have the Wimbledon to play Wimbledon, and you can't win easy points.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. As an old man, him in trouble. Him have no chance, man. Him gonna reach the quarters or the semis, and he's gonna be
Semis is a
out.
chance. Oh, you can call a man reach semi-final and say him have no chance.
You know what I
For
mean?
the standard of Novak.
For the standard, I know.
Look here.
Especially
If the service was faster and you could use the serves and you can use the things to buy to win easy points and win, come out. Yes, fine, but with a slow surface where you have to rally all the time,
I think Novak has a chance. I think Novak has a. Once Novak is fit, if he doesn't have the hamstring problem he had before, I think that he has a chance.
So Sabalenka will win on the female side. What do you think
It looking rather easy now.
for her?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know
Ken?
where Swantek lost, but I don't see her in the draw.
A lot of upsets.
Yeah.
as you said before.
I've Sabalenka winning this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's probably quite
especially
easy.
with her
Yeah.
distasteful display.
I don't think it was
the
distasteful enough because even Coco, when she lost, said that she was upset and she played badly and all that. And nobody says it was racism.
Yeah, that is true. But as I
I
said,
think
the
that
way she was
the
talking
people are
about
ganging up on Sabalenka a bit.
Yeah.
It's easy to be a sore loser when you lose.
when you lose.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think that maybe she's
the
a
women's
favorite
100
now.
meters, 100 hurdles about to start. I see Nugent in there.
Nugent and Williams, Daniel Williams.
Well, Daniel, wasn't Daniel the world champion?
Yeah.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Big star.
time runner.
It's two big runners that, Nugent and Williams.
Pat Field, Russell Amundsen.
Peter, how unfair, Kane and Peter, how
Toby
unfair
Emerson,
it is
yeah.
for us to have so many champions and they don't get recognized like some non-champions.
Well, the events are smaller events.
I don't understand.
Women's hurdle is a small event, it's not
No,
a big
it's a big
event.
event.
I saw for polylitis, But Daniel Williams is a real champion runner.
It's two
Yeah,
big runners we have in there. That's
yeah.
probably our Olympic too.
Yeah,
That's probably our Olympic too. They're the potential medalists.
yeah,
And he's a stacked field.
yeah. Akira. It's just like,
Daniel
oh,
See one girl drop already.
wow.
Two,
And Jamaica look 1-2. No. Well, we got one.
12:32. Good time there. Akira Nugent.
Yes.
Came second in national charge.
She's
Megan
back.
Tapper.
She's back.
Megan Tapper on a good time. 12:34.
That's how you take it to them. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
You saw that drop in the middle of the race. That girl
It
hurt
was a big
herself,
Drop
you know.
was a big drop.
Yeah, man, it's a wicked.
Daniel Williams ran a good race up to
It's a wicked
80
drop.
meters.
Oh,
It's
is
a
this
big drop. Big drop. But think that to fight for first place, right? They say, no, the girl was trying to dip her.
So what you guys saying on the
Look at
on the
Thomas
men's
and
side?
Emerson.
On the men's side, the
I am
Wimbledon.
going with Sinner District.
Sinner.
Sinner, I'm going with
I going with Sinner too.
Alcaraz in the draw, but
I like Carlos, and I'll go with Carlos. And the reason is that Carlos won at Queens, Carlos won last week.
Yeah.
And usually whoever wins Queens is the hot favorite. So I am going with Alcaraz.
Carlos have Sinner ticket it look like to him. Beaten the last 5 times.
Well, and this is on grass, so I think Carlos can probably chip and come in a little bit more. And so I think Carlos have a chance. I'm going to convince you.
No, but I just go back to the point that Dale said that the surface plays
slow.
more like clay.
Yeah.
So that would favor Carlos.
Not just that, the man just win at Queens.
Confidence and everything
Yeah.
going in.
It might be a Sinner Alcaraz.
Yeah,
I think Alcaraz in him head.
yeah.
And if Alcaraz beating him the last 5 times, I mean, that will probably play on Sinner's mind. And
I think so.
probably
Yeah.
let him overplay or
Yeah.
underplay. So
Only hope they.
so I'm switching my
Only
pick.
hope
So,
the
so
order
in the
remains.
French Open finals, Sinner had him.
Yeah, Sinner was two
Yeah,
love up.
yeah,
And
that's gonna haunt him for a little while.
Yeah,
For it. But I'm
yeah.
still going with Sinner. I'm still going with
you
Sinner.
see one, so like he wants.
There's always hope for sinners, you know. So.
Yeah, but and on the female side, I said Sabalenka. So Sabalenka and Alcaraz.
Yeah. I think Sabalenka is a walk in the park this time around.
I mean,
And Coco was never a factor at Wimbledon anyway. It's not
Yeah,
like,
based on her style of
Yeah.
play. Yeah.
she likes to rally a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why are they making all the surfaces? Why are they narrowing it in terms of how the ball behaves and why they don't go back to original
Where it was very different.
It's very different.
Where
and,
you
know,
used to skate on the clay.
and you have to
skid
show
on
your
it, yeah.
versatility
Yeah.
as a lawn tennis player. No, everything coming to be the same thing.
I think if you remember, Alcaraz was complaining in the middle of the year about the ball and the line and the surface. The players ball a lot, you know, so they're trying to make it even because they want the player to play all over the world. So if you make the conditions too different, I mean, 2 of the tournaments are played on hard surfaces, US
Yeah.
Open and Australian already,
But
and with
clay-
the same ball.
The
And-
biggest,
and the
the
clay
biggest
is now
slam
becoming
is Wimbledon, you know.
yes.
They should
Biggest
have
money.
preserved that tradition
Well-
with everything in terms of Wimbledon. They should
Yeah.
have preserved it. It shouldn't. The
based on
grass is
status,
grass.
Wimbledon is the biggest.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They should have. They should have preserved it.
England law.
It's a slightly different game at Wimbledon. Wimbledon game is more exciting, is more
But them want to
serve and
turn it
turn
into.
ball.
Them want to turn it into clay now.
Yeah,
That's exactly
yeah,
what they're doing.
yeah.
You know, the man them who want run in and slice
They
and
want
win
it
easy
better
point.
for TV, longer rallies and
Maybe
or-
better for TV.
Yeah. Just like
But
tennis.
I
So some
like
they want rallies
I like the
and try to
days
spin out
I like the
game.
days of the big serve and the volley and we're
Rafter
not seeing
and
that
them
kind
man,
of
they
player.
were-
Yeah,
Pete Sam.
Roscotana and
Yeah.
those
It's
guys.
similar to the basketball. We don't want to see the same type of style
Long
all the
range
time.
basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to see some slices and
Yeah.
some different type of play with
I
the
don't know what
tennis.
it is, but
Drop
it's
shots
happening in table tennis too, you know.
No, it's been happening for,
Yeah,
for
table
years
tennis
now.
is beginning to look like everybody's playing the same style.
Yeah, because
can
the
outrun
big
it.
the
Yeah.
old tough ball, the ball
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
not grabbing as much anymore.
Can't do much tricks like
The only man that
True.
the only two youngsters that left in the game now at that level is Felix and Truls.
Yes.
That kind of giving you a little variety.
feeling.
Yeah. But
There's the French guy too, Simon Ghazi.
Ghazi, yeah.
Ghazi plays
Exhibition
something
man.
else.
Yeah.
And Sujin plays something else, but he's not really playing anymore.
Yeah, so it's a little bit disappointing
sad.
for me. Yeah, I want them. I want the diversity. You know, we don't want to have the same thing all right or
Cinema
wrong.
clock in running a flat four.
Cindy,
Yeah, running a flat four is what time you think you can do.
In Eugene?
Right now. That's cinema clock in the 400-meter race.
Well,
We have a Jamaican in that race. down
everything
vision
is
up to
too
four.
easy for her, you know.
She's
Everything
she's,
seems to come easy
she's
for
a
her.
super athlete.
She's both like. She's,
Yeah, she's a super athlete.
She's,
I don't
the
think
male
she's-
version
Oh,
of
what
it.
happened to
You
Abby
think she-
Steiner? What happened to Abby Steiner? Your
Nothing
favorite.
at all. I mean, did she go back to? Is she still a pro? Because I haven't seen her
I
at
don't
all.
even know. Yo, Sydney, I try all kind of things, and it's
Sydney
good though.
Is both like.
She have a lead.
Sydney is a cut above the rest.
It's really good for track and
why,
field.
why is she able to do this though? It's kind of weird.
she's.
Remember,
she has different-
our parents are track and field athletes as well, you know, back in the days, you know.
Yeah,
So
but
she
she's
have-
genetically so much better than the other girls.
Yeah,
49, 44.
she can win the 400, you know. She can win the 400.
Train for the 400 and
Yeah.
49, 44.
Half a second, yeah, she can do it.
No, man, she's a beast,
And she's
man.
winning so easy.
Smooth.
Yeah, she's a beast. I wonder what happened to our friend Froggy. Huh? Speaking.
He has some work commitments to do today. So probably no Froggy in the 5 this week. But you know I'm always listening
Yeah.
and chiming in.
All right, so we have to touch a little bit on the NBA. We had some trades. You know, I know we're nowhere near the start of the season, but you know, you had one big trade in particular, Kevin Durant
To the Rockets.
to the Rockets.
A lot of people sign, and I think that a lot of people will still move. We see DeAndre Ayton going to Lakers now. I mean, DeAndre Ayton was the number 1 pick, and Luka was the number 3 pick, and both of them are on the same side now. LA Lakers always seem to be getting, the
Yeah.
big name. Is that good for Lakers? I don't see it as a game changer trade for the Lakers, but Rockets definitely loading up, getting some key players. I mean,
This Rocket team is going to be a dangerous team
Denver
now.
making some good trades.
Oh,
Denver
no.
trade Michael Porter Jr.
Valanciunas
for
and
Cam Johnson,
Yeah.
Valanciunas. What's his name is back there? Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
Bruce Brown.
So I have a question. Is Jamorant? Last year I heard Jamorant was going to be the.
Boy, what a disappointment.
Yeah, well,
boy.
that's what I'm asking. I heard
Well,
Jamorant
boy,
was going to be the
The acrobat. The
Next,
acrobat.
Michael. Where is
Yeah.
your Morant now?
I think Morant is battling the same issue, the after court issues. You know, I don't think
But
he
it
has
was
the
not
right
like that in
guidance.
the
I
start
think
out, yeah?
Jamorant need to go to a better franchise. Memphis ain't
When
winning anything. Memphis
He's still
ain't
at Memphis.
winning. Memphis ain't winning anything. Memphis ain't.
You want to? I don't know if it's just a winning though, Kane. Him just can't seem to keep himself out
Yeah,
of trouble.
you can be
know?
a star on a
you have a
losing
quality
team.
around him.
So you
Yeah, but
think him
he-
distracted, easily distracted because him
I
him
think
no can.
Atlanta Hawks making some good change. I think Atlanta are going to be dangerous next year. But where would be a good fit for Jamorant? I mean, because Jamorant is
No more LA, man.
entertaining to watch.
No more Los Angeles.
I
No, man.
Miami.
Lakers loaded. They
Miami.
The star, yeah, you could go Miami.
Miami. We get a little bit more. We get the discipline from that.
It's the big
from-
cities. It's
Yeah,
New
man.
York.
But
it's
trust
New
me,
York.
John
Miami.
Morant is a highlight. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
one
yeah,
hand.
But we're not going to see
Yeah,
him on
man.
TV. We're not going to see him if he's not with a big team.
If him stay in Memphis, he'll be there. But if him,
You're probably right in terms of Memphis because I'm losing and the after court distraction as well. Maybe if him go to a better team where you know him competing for
If you
a
want to New
championship.
York, it's prime time every night.
Him-
Right?
New York
you,
loaded already.
You go to Miami. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those big cities.
Yeah, Miami is
You're right,
prime
you're
time.
right.
If you're a
Miami-
star, you should be with a big team so that we can see you.
So Peter, you're discrediting all the other little teams.
Yeah, man, some little bug team. Man.
You know,
But what about
maybe
Giannis?
Spurs. Maybe Spurs would be a good team for him.
No,
Wemby?
San Antonio.
I want to see him in Miami.
In the East.
Yeah,
No,
in
Spurs,
Miami.
I would say
It's prime time. It's prime time.
Miami,
A prime time
Miami.
player needs to be with a prime time team.
Yeah. Well,
Because honestly, he's entertaining to watch, but if he stays at Memphis, then
career dead.
Yeah, I've never watched a game with Memphis. I've never watched a game. No, serious. Watch a highlight reel. I've never. Have you?
Yeah, I watch it in depth, but
And Giannis, what Giannis signing back with Milwaukee?
not so sure. People talking about going to the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Team up with Steph Curry.
I think the
That
NBA,
could be a game changer.
the NBA reaching for Curry to be relevant again, you know. Well, Curry and they kind of want LeBron to be relevant because of ratings and all of that. But if Giannis go to the Warriors,
Everybody teaming up, boy.
yeah, man, that would be a wrap, you know.
Yeah. For
If
who?
Giannis, no, man, if Giannis go to
Rap
the
for who?
Warriors,
Warriors would what he said?
of course Warriors will
I'm
win.
not so sure about that, but they would
With them
definitely
shoe, yeah, man.
in the mix.
Yeah, man, with
Because-
Steph, Remember, say Steph don't need much, you know. Steph just wants somebody to take some pressure off him, you know. And that man probably need 2 or 3 men to zone him. Yeah, man, that
I
would
see
be.
with Gel and other people around them, but yeah, Draymond Green,
And
James.
Draymond will still be there.
So we didn't hear from Froggy, but I wanted to know, you guys hear anything about the meeting between Coach McLaren and the JFF?
You
There was
know,
a meeting that was supposed to a come to Jesus meeting.
I know Froggy new name is People for the Fence, Froggy. 'cause
Yeah, but people
Froggy always seems
and
to have a
those things
scoop.
on the show.
And those things,
Say-
yeah.
Maybe
People-
we should rename the segment.
Yeah, People for
Froggy
People-
over the fence.
Yeah, our people
that's-
over the fence.
Next
Let's find out
week,
good
people
name.
go Froggy over the fence. Froggy people over the fence. I tell you, because him always have some scoop. and
No, but
some-
what is
But
your
McLaren-
feeling? You think they're going to fire him? I mean,
Nah.
please? You think they're going to fire him, please?
I don't think they should.
They have to. They have to.
No, to be
He's
honest,
hapless.
I
He's
don't
completely
think it. I don't
hapless.
think
The
it
poor-
matter whether
Huh?
them stay or
Welcome,
not.
Sean.
I don't think it matter whether them stay
So
or
put
not.
his deputy
There's
in
no
and
difference.
let them play out the qualifiers.
How can you not be in Jamaica at all?
That's
And you're
my point.
and you're the head
That's my
coach.
point.
You're the
Stay
you're the
in
coach of
England.
the country.
Yes.
No.
Stay in England.
Yeah, man, they should fire him. And,
Let me ask you a
and maybe
question.
the president at JFF should fire himself too
That as well. But
to allow this to happen.
Wait. You're the national coach of Jamaica table tennis.
Yes.
You think you could have coached the team and be in, I don't know, Trinidad? You think you could have stayed in Trinidad
no,
and
not
coach
possible. Not
Kane
possible.
Watson and
not
all
possible.
those people?
Not possible.
So how is this guy able to do it?
I don't know.
And do such a wonderful job?
Wonderful, yeah.
No, the president at JFF.
Yes.
He probably should resign too. I definitely think so. You can't hire a man for that job and have the man all the way in England.
Yeah, that can't work.
It's unheard of.
Yeah.
It's unheard
We
of.
have to mail the man pay to him. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is absolutely
Yeah,
crazy.
It's unheard of.
People, I mean, we come to the end of another Primal Sports Center. I mean, we're touching on
Yeah, I know it's a world record,
Oh,
5,000
yeah, there was a
meter.
5,000 meter world record. run.
Chebet,
Yeah,
from Kenya.
Yeah,
Today?
yeah,
Yes,
that-
just a
that's
while
all.
ago.
What the hell?
5,000 meter.
5K.
Doing your commentary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, world record.
World
yeah.
record.
The commentary was also quite world record
Yeah,
making. So.
as usual, as usual.
Yeah.
We'll have a wrap up of this entire meet because later on we'll see the women 100 meter, which is a stellar field.
Yeah, it's about
About
45 minutes. Yeah.
40 minutes or so.
That's going to be a humdinger.
Yeah, next week we'll have some cricket news for you and some more table tennis. Football World Cup is winding down, and then we look forward to the football season coming up. Looking forward to the World Cup qualifiers. I mean, more track and field. Wimbledon predictions chiming in for next
We
week.
can check out the predictions.
Yeah, so
Supposed to be at the semi-final stage when they come on.
Yeah, man. So,
look
as,
forward
you,
to next week's show. Yeah.
as usual, we have to big up our listeners in the West. You know, Fit FM 96.7.
Yes.
You know, our Primal 4K family. You know, some of them was here last week, right?
Yeah.
Had a good eating and thing, you know. Yeah, so we hope them return so
I
we can
I
actually
demonstrated
hit.
my knowledge of Indian food.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely,
Approved it.
definitely. You know, so thanks for tuning in as usual. See you guys next week, same time, same place.
Have a blessed weekend. Peace from the Primal Sports Desk.
Peace.